Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Ridge's Italy heartbreak wants Brooke back, but it's too late. The bold and the beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K, may have some Italy heartbreak ahead of him. There's a good chance Ridge will want Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, back too late. So let's consider where this storyline is going. Brooke has been making reunion plea after reunion plea, but her attempts aren't doing any good at the moment. No matter how many times Brooke fights for Ridge and their future together, he's adamant about honoring his commitment to Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Buddick. However, most B&B viewers know Ridge awfully well by now. Taylor doesn't usually hold Ridge's attention for very long since the show's determined to make him a waffler. Deep down, part of Ridge will always want Brooke and feel drawn to their familiar connection. Destiny is a word that constantly gets tossed around when it comes to Brooke and Ridge, but they'll both have a reason to question it in the coming months. That's because Nick Marone, Jack Wagner, is coming back to reignite his romance with Brooke and pave the way for more drama. Following Nick's return in June, he'll be included in the Italy location shoot episodes that'll air in July. Nick, Ridge, Brooke, and Eric Forrester, John McCook, will be featured in some exciting scenes with Naples and Capri as the backdrop. By then, Ridge may decide he wants a future with Brooke after all. Eric could wind up thrilled and perhaps help Ridge as he chases after Brooke for another dramatic Italy reunion like the one they had in Rome. Of course, Ridge may realize he wants Brooke back too late if he finds her in Nick's arms. Nick and Brooke may get caught making out before this trip's over, so Ridge could return home broken-hearted. Taylor might become a consolation prize, so that could put a strain on her relationship with Ridge if she ultimately senses that. Nevertheless, Ridge may try to strengthen his commitment to Taylor even more once he realizes Brooke and Nick are getting back together. Taylor might become Ridge's fiancé if he uses an engagement ring to show he's all in, even if part of his heart still belongs to Brooke. That said, Ridge's jealous nature could become an issue and lead to big trouble in the end. The closer Nick and Brooke get, the more it's going to drive Ridge crazy. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Italy could serve as a major turning point in so many ways. So stick with us for updates on all the shocking news to come. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, where love, betrayal, and heartbreak intertwine, Ridge Forrester's journey has taken a poignant turn. After a whirlwind romance in Italy, Ridge finds himself yearning for the love he once shared with Brooke Logan. However, as the sands of time slip away, it becomes evident that his quest to rekindle their relationship may be in vain. A love rekindled in Italy. Ridge and Brooke's love story has been a tapestry of passion, misunderstandings, and reconciliations. Their recent trip to Italy seemed to be the perfect setting for a fresh start. Surrounded by the romantic ambience of Portofino, the couple revisited their past, reigniting the flames of their once strong bond. The picturesque landscapes and intimate moments led many to believe that their love story was far from over. The return to reality. However, the idyllic setting of Italy couldn't shield them from the complexities of their past. Upon returning to Los Angeles, the harsh realities of their previous betrayals resurfaced. Ridge's decision to be with Taylor Hayes, following Brooke's acceptance of the CEO position during a company coup, left deep scars. Brooke's attempts to mend their relationship were met with resistance, as Ridge struggled to forgive her actions. Brooke's heartfelt plea. Determined not to let go of the love she cherished, Brooke made a heartfelt plea to Ridge. In an emotional confrontation, she expressed her desire to rebuild their relationship, emphasizing the depth of her feelings for him. Despite her genuine remorse and longing, Ridge remains steadfast in his commitment to Taylor, leaving Brooke devastated. The final decision. As the days passed, it became increasingly clear that Brooke's efforts were in vain. Ridge's bond with Taylor had solidified, and his decision to be with her was unwavering. The realization that she had lost Ridge for good was a bitter pill for Brooke to swallow. Her dreams of a reunion shattered, leaving her to pick up the pieces of her broken heart. Unable to bear the constant reminders of her lost love, Brooke made the difficult decision to leave Los Angeles. Packing her bags, she sought solace away from the city that held so many memories. Her departure marked the end of an era, signaling that some love stories, no matter how passionate, are destined to remain in the past. A new beginning for Ridge and Taylor. With Brooke gone, Ridge and Taylor embraced their future together. Their relationship, once fraught with complications, now flourished. They began planning their lives, focusing on their family and the shared dreams that had brought them back together. Ridge's choice to be with Taylor was no longer a matter of circumstance, but a conscious decision to build a life with her. The end of an iconic love story. The saga of Brooke and Ridge, a central narrative in The Bold and the Beautiful, has come to a poignant end. Their love, marked by passion and turmoil, has given way to new beginnings for both characters. While their story may have concluded, the impact of their relationship will continue to resonate within the Forrester family and the viewers who followed their journey. Looking ahead. As the show progresses, fans are left to wonder what the future holds for Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor. Will Brooke find new love and happiness? How will Ridge and Taylor navigate the challenges that come with their renewed relationship? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, love is never simple, and the twists and turns are far from over. Conclusion. Ridge's journey from heartbreak in Italy to a renewed commitment with Taylor is a testament to the complexities of love and forgiveness. While Brooke's hopes for reconciliation were dashed, her strength and resilience will undoubtedly lead her to new horizons. As viewers, we are reminded that in the world of soap operas, love is ever-evolving, and the storylines continue to captivate. The Tuscan sun bathed the hillside villa in golden hues, casting long, wistful shadows across the ancient stone courtyard. Ridge Forrester stood alone beneath the flowering vines, staring into the distance with stormy eyes. Italy had always been a place of inspiration, of passion, of second chances. But this time, it held only regret. What was supposed to be a romantic escape had turned into a reckoning. Ridge had come to Italy with hope flickering in his heart, a hope that maybe, just maybe, Brooke Logan would meet him halfway. That she would forgive the past, look into his eyes, and remember everything they had survived, everything they had built, and everything they had lost. But love, as Ridge was learning, has a shelf life. Brooke wasn't alone when she arrived in Florence. She stepped off the sleek black car wearing elegance like armor, a subtle confidence dancing in her eyes. And at her side, holding her hand as if it belonged there forever, was a man Ridge never thought would be competition. Nick Marone. The very name stung. It was like a ghost from a stormy past had resurfaced with a smile that said, "You waited too long." Nick wasn't the reckless sailor Ridge remembered. He had matured. Wealthy, worldly, and freshly single, Nick had reconnected with Brooke months ago during a charity event in Monaco. What began as old friends reminiscing had slowly, quietly rekindled something long dormant. Brooke didn't flaunt it, but she wasn't hiding it either. Ridge watched them from a distance that day at the vineyard. The way Brooke laughed at Nick's jokes, the way Nick brushed her hair from her cheek, those were Ridge's moments. Or they used to be. And now they belonged to someone else. For weeks leading up to the Italy trip, Ridge had believed he still had a chance. After all, he and Brooke were destiny, or so they'd said for decades. Through countless marriages, affairs, heartbreaks, and reconciliations, They had always found their way back. But maybe destiny had a limit. Maybe even Brooke Logan could only take so much. The betrayal with Taylor had been the final straw. Ridge knew it. He had wavered, again, allowing old feelings and manipulations to cloud his judgment. When he left Brooke to pursue what he thought was clarity with Taylor, he had believed he was doing the right thing. But clarity had never come, only emptiness. Now, standing beneath the Tuscan sky, Ridge felt that emptiness consume him like a wave. He had tried to talk to Brooke the night before. A private dinner, just the two of them. The candlelight flickered as he poured his heart out. He spoke of their memories, their family, their legacy. He told her that no one had ever understood him the way she did. He asked if there was still a chance, just a sliver, for them. Brooke listened. She didn't cry. She didn't plead. She was still. And that, more than anything, terrified him.
"Ridge," she said gently, "I will always love you, but I can't keep doing this. Every time we find our way back, you find your way out again. And I'm tired." Tired, one word, but it echoed in his bones. He had assumed she was just hurt, that she needed time. But as she stood up and walked toward the garden, Ridge saw Nick waiting by the roses. Brooke didn't even hesitate. She slipped her hand into Nick's like it was the most natural thing in the world. And for Ridge, that was the end of everything. Back at the Forrester mansion in Lay, whispers had already begun. Thomas had caught wind of Ridge's implosion and warned Steffi that something dramatic was coming. Hope, for her part, felt torn. She loved her mother fiercely but had seen her heart shattered too many times by Ridge's indecision. Meanwhile, Eric, ever the patriarch, had made his opinion known. Sometimes, he had told Ridge before the trip, the greatest love stories don't end with forever. They end with letting go. And now, Ridge finally understood what that meant. The heartbreak in Italy wasn't just about losing Brooke. It was about realizing he had taken something for granted. That he had assumed love would wait, but love had moved on. It had found new soil to grow in, soil that didn't shift beneath every storm. Back at the villa, Ridge poured himself a glass of red wine and watched the horizon. The sun was setting, casting fire across the sky. The scent of lavender and rosemary hung in the air. Somewhere in the distance, laughter floated up from the town square, carefree and unaware of the ache that churned inside him. He thought about calling her, just one more time.
To say the words he should have said years ago. But he knew it was too late. Brooke wasn't waiting for a phone call. She wasn't looking back.